Greetings. We're going to use our TI calculator and compute a least square regression line from some data and actually see the least square regression line and the scatter plot of the data. I'm going to go ahead and look at my math book on 286. Maybe do number 13 here. Maybe I'll move my calculator right next to it. And for my X data, I'm going to put that in list 1. So go ahead and press Stat. That's the Stat button. And we're going to edit the lists. And we're going to go ahead and type in -2 and then -1. These are all the X values, 0, 1, and 2. And then I'm going to use my right arrow and put my Y values, -4 and 0. And 1, then 4, then 5. So make sure we have all 5 values in here and that they match. To see them in a scatter plot, press second Y equals where it says stat plot, and then select one of the 3 plots. Select enter to turn it on, a down arrow to choose your type. I like this first type. This is the scatter plot. That would be a time plot. That would be a histogram. This is a modified box plot, a simple box plot, and a normality plot. And of course, since I typed it in list 1 and 2, if I go down arrow here, I could change it to any one I want. And I can also go down here and make my mark a little cross by pressing enter to select. Now, once I'm there, I could just go ahead and do graph, but the window size is probably going to be wrong. So I'm going to press zoom, and the 9th one on the list, if you go up arrow, it goes backwards. There it is, zoom stat, the 9th one. You can just type the number 9. It'll show you those dots. If you press trace, it'll notice that plot 1 is listing the list 1 for the X coordinate, and it's doing list 2 for the Y coordinate. And it's in the trace mode, it's flashing here that -2, 4 is our dot. If we were to go right arrow, we get to the next observation, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. The line that best approximates this pattern can be computed. So we'll press Statistics, Calculate, and then number 4, Linear Regression, where A is the slope and B is the intercept. So I'm going to press 4. Again, it wants to know which list to use for the X and the Y. By default, it's 1 and 2. And then we'll press Calculate. So the slope is 2.2 and the intercept is 1.2. You could remember that. Now press plain old Y equals so we could type that in. If you forgot the slope and intercept, it does remember it in memory. Press the variable key. Now select Statistics, number 5, and then 2 over to the right is the regression equation. And so it remembered and put the entire equation here. Now when we graph, we can see the line that's closest to that. And when we go to trace, we can go back and forth from seeing plot 1 to the actual line. And we can make a prediction. For instance, whenever we get a 1 on the x-axis, we'd expect 3.4 for our model. But you'll notice we got something a little bit higher in actuality. If we were to press 2, our model would predict 5.6, and we found that we actually observed something a little bit less. The difference is called a residual. Anyway, I hope that was helpful.